Man marking versus zonal marking. Which is the most effective system to use, and which should you use when you're playing? Well, personally, I believe that man marking, a team man marking individuals is a thing of the past. And I believe that zonal marking is much more effective, and it's something that you should use with your team. Now, why? Let's get into that. What is the problem with man marking? So let's take a look at it. Let's say, and again, to demonstrate today, I'm just doing 7-aside so the board isn't too cluttered so you can see exactly what's going on here. Now, let's say we are man marking at the back here, okay? My right fullback, my center back, and my left back are all picking up the winger, striker, and winger. What happens if we're man marking? We're sticking with our man, is what man marking means. So if this guy goes over here, I'm gonna go with him. He's my defensive duty. That's what man marking means. What's the problem with that? Well, if the other team has good off the ball movement, good player rotation, then they're gonna create huge gaps in our team. So let's say this guy drifts into here and I stick with him. This guy comes over here and we stick with him. What's just happened here? Look at this huge gap that they've created. All it takes is one overlap, boom, this guy's into space and he attacks and they create a chance, or even worse, score. So that's the big problem I see with man marking. Okay, if the other team just stood still, they stayed in their own areas, then yes, man marking would be great. But today, player rotation is huge, okay? Wingers go out wide, they come in the middle. Strikers go out wide, midfielders get forward, center backs come into the mix. Okay, so today's game, the player rotation is too much, then man marking is gonna be ineffective. Now, what I want, or what I prefer, is zone marking. Now, saying that, when a player comes into my zone, that's my duty to man mark him. So if I'm playing as the left or the right fullback here to demonstrate, okay, if this guy drifts into here, he is my man. So anything close to, if the ball gets close to him, that's my duty to get touch tight, and I'm gonna defend him. He is my man. If he beats me, that is my fault. That's my responsibility. Okay, so what I wanna see was zonal marking. If this guy drifts into here, okay, yes, I can come across, but at a certain point, I have to pass this guy off. Okay, so someone has to come in and help here, or I have to pass this off to my center back. Okay, so say we're defending like this guy's out here, he makes a run into the inside. If I keep tracking with him, again, we've created this whole gap. It's my job to pass him off. He's out of my zone. Yes, we're defending nice and tight, but he's out of my zone. Okay, I need to pass this on. I need to talk to my center half and my defensive partner, and I need to say, hey, he's coming into your zone. This is your man. Switch. Now he's your job. This is your responsibility. Okay, so now we keep our shape. If I were to stay man marking, we switch all the way over here, our shape's totally lost. The key here is keeping good defensive shape. Remember, we want to be nice and compact. Okay, so we're defending together, but if a player gets passed off, okay, now this is my duty. We shift as a team, but he's in my zone. He's my responsibility now. Okay, so think about it. This is my zone here. This is my zone in the middle. This is my zone here. Now, obviously, if we can help each other out, so different players will come into the same zone, but we want to keep our same defensive structure. We don't want right fullbacks coming to the left side because their man went over there. Okay, we don't want the right winger coming into the left defensive position because their winger or their mark came into that space. Okay, so it's about communication, it's about knowing your zone. But when the player gets into that zone, that's my man, that's my responsibility. Yes, my teammates are gonna come help me. Okay, we're not just gonna say, okay, buddy, that's your zone, that's your man, you handle that, we'll wait over here. No, that doesn't work like that. We defend as a team, we come over and help, but we want to keep our defensive shape. We don't want this guy drifting out here and this guy coming in here because our man marks rotated. Okay, that's the problem I see with man marking. So I would prefer zonal marking when a player comes into that space. So say he comes into here, yes, I'm going to step up on him. Or if he comes out here, yes, I'm going to step up on him. That's my responsibility now. Okay, so keep your defensive shape, keep your structure, your positional shape. And when that ball comes into your position or there's a player in your position, take responsibility. If he goes too far, communicate with your defenders, pass him off. Okay, same thing happens in the midfield here. If the ball is way out here, and it gets played, I need to get there, I need to come help. My defensive partner is going to come help, we're all going to keep our shape, okay? but I need to get there. If he comes and starts drifting into here, okay, I need to pass him off. I'm not going to come all the way over here just to man mark him. Yes, I'll come about half the way. We'll keep nice compact shape like I was talking about, but I need to communicate with my teammates, okay? Now this is your responsibility. Yes, he's coming in front of me, or switch, okay? A lot of times players will switch like this. So we're marking here, and the offensive players will switch. They'll come in, one will come here, one will come in here, okay? Communicate, keep your zone, keep your positioning. But now you have a new man to mark because he drifted into your zone, okay? If he comes over here, say, yes, I'm passing him to you, or yes, do you have that? It's a lot about communication. It's impossible to play zonal defense if we're not communicating properly. Okay, so that's all I really want to talk about. But before I end, I should mention there are times when man marking can be effective, and I'm not referring to the whole team man marking, I'm referring to an individual man marking. So a lot of times, we would say that for the attacking team, their center attacking midfielder is the most creative player on the ball. It's usually the player that you want to stop in possession, okay? So I can see the benefits of having perhaps your defensive midfielder man mark this one player. So that means everyone else is playing zonal defense, but this one player, if he really wants to get in this guy's head, give him a hard time, not allow him to play on the ball, then he can stay with him the whole game, okay? A lot of times he's probably gonna drop into here, and make forward runs, and this one player staying with him can really drive him crazy and actually take this player out of the game, taking their creative outlet out of the game, and that will really benefit us. So if you feel that on the other team, there's a player who's really good on the ball, he creates a lot of chances for his team, and you might wanna try man marking, experiment with it, see how it works. But overall, as a team, I believe zone man marking is the way to go, zonal marking is the way to go, man marking when they come into your zone. Okay, so when you're defending, think about keeping good defensive shape. Again, if the ball is over here, I don't want to stay over here as a fullback. I can come in here, we can stay nice and compact, okay? The key to defending is keeping a compact defense. Then as the ball shifts out here, yes, we all shift. Okay, we come across. We're okay with leaving this guy way out here. The ball gets played in the air, we have enough time to all shift across, okay? Keeping our zones, when it comes into our zone, that's your responsibility. You get tight, okay? Get tight, stay light on your feet, make the tackle when you can. Okay, I hope that helped you. Remember the importance of communication in zonal defense. If you don't communicate, you don't talk with your defenders, your teammates, you're gonna have a very difficult time being successful in defense. Thanks for checking out this video. Please like, just hit that thumbs up. It goes a long way in helping me get more views, get more subscribers. Subscribe if you haven't. Share this video on all forms of social media. Thank you for checking in, and check back tomorrow because I got a new video coming up, and I'll talk to you real soon.